Good morning, everybody. How are you? Welcome to the NFL Rumors live podcast, hosted by your very own NFL broadcaster. Excuse my hair this morning and everything else. That looks pretty bad, but good morning, everybody. How are you? Thank you for tuning in. LLLLL, if that's how you feel, bud. But good morning. Jonathan, good morning. How are you? If there's anything specific that you're wanting to talk about this morning, let me know. Otherwise, I will go over the latest NFL news. Not much, though, has happened over the weekend. Let me go to Anchor so I can start recording this podcast. This is the NFL Rumors official podcast. We are live on YouTube and recording as well on Anchor, hosted by your very own NFL broadcaster. Guys, what is going on? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Let's see what NFL news there was over the weekend. There wasn't much, really. Kind of a dry weekend. Not much to talk about. Any Colts pickup coming? Jonathan, I'm good. How are you? Calvin Sutton. Welcome, man. Good morning as well. Guys, well, for the Colts, I'm not sure. I always thought that Zach Ertz was going to go to the Colts. I thought the trade was going to happen. I didn't think that the Bills would be the front runners, but it looks like the Bills are the front runners right now, but no deal has been done. So, I mean, no deal is done yet for the Bills. So I guess the Colts could technically still be in the running. I thought it would make more sense with a Wentz and Ertz reunion. Guys, if you are watching, though, go ahead and leave a like as well. It helps me out. Helps out the channel. Go ahead and hit subscribe if you're not subscribed. It helps me out very, very much. If you're feeling generous, you can leave tips, I believe. Not sure how to do that. But I think I have the alerts set up. One of the biggest things we could talk about, though, Josh Gordon. Josh Gordon has submitted a reinstatement into the NFL. I don't know. Is this like his 5th or 6th time wanting to be reinstated? Julio's a 2nd-round pick. Ertz will no way get moved for a 3rd. Yeah, I think a 3rd may be too much. We drafted a receiving tight end, so I doubt it. Who, the Colts did? The Colts did, or are we talking about the Buffalo Bills, Calvin? Jonathan, I'm not sure about any Cardinals news. There was rumors that they were in the running for Ertz, like within a 48-hour window, but I think that's no, I don't see the Cardinals getting Ertz. But if you guys are Saints fans, there's been rumors that Richard Sherman has had 2 visits with the Saints on back-to-back days. And I think their defensive coordinator was like a former defensive coordinator with the Seahawks. I'm not sure on that, though. I'd have to actually do the research. But that would be very, very interesting. But, guys, let's talk about Josh Gordon and his reinstatement to the NFL. I mean, he's just applied for reinstatement. It doesn't mean it's been approved. I don't want to get into the details of why he's been, suspended so many times. I don't want to get into all of that. I just want to go over how good he's been when he does play. Does that make sense? I don't like going into anything political or, stuff like that. But I just want to talk about how good he's been when he actually plays. The guy is 30 years old now. I can't believe it. He's wasted so many years of his career. That's a shame, but that's how it is. As a rookie in 2012 at age 21, Josh Gordon appeared in 16 games, started 13. He had 50 catches, 805 yards, and 5 touchdowns. He had a catch rate of 52%. Not very impressive, though. At age 22 and 2013, career season for Josh Gordon. I mean, this was huge for him. 159 targets, 87 catches, 1,646 yards, 18.9 yards per reception. What? He averaged almost 118 yards per game receiving. And he also caught 9 touchdowns that year. What a career. What a career season for Josh Gordon there. Just imagine if he had actually caught more passes. I don't know who his quarterback was at that time in 2013. It wasn't Manziel. But 159 targets and only 87 catches. That's just almost 55% of his catches accuracy. So, like, imagine if he caught over 100 receptions. He could have had easily 1,800 yards. I mean, that could have been such a better season for him. In 2014, age 23, he appeared and started in only 5 games. 24 catches, 303 yards, 0 touchdowns. What a shame. He missed all of 2015 and 2016. Violation of league substance abuse policy. He came back in 2017 after reinstatement. Started and only played in 5 games. 18 catches, 335 yards, and a touchdown. 2018, 12 games. Started 12 games, 41 catches, 737 yards, 4 touchdowns. How good do I think Josh will play? I don't know. So it just depends if Josh Gordon can actually, like I said, follow the league abuse policy, which I think has been updated now. So I'm not really sure what it is. I mean, but it's clear the guy has an issue. It's very clear. At this point, it's more than just like, I don't know what drugs he was doing exactly, but it's clear that there was more than just doing it casually. I think it was, I definitely think it was, there's some kind of addiction there. Is there any Nick Foles trade rumors going around, Steven? I have had ties Nick Foles to the Jets. He would be a great mentor for Zach Wilson. Now, I don't know if that'll actually happen, but it would make sense because they do not have an experienced quarterback on the Jets roster. But let's go back to Josh Gordon real quick. We could talk about Nick Foles in a minute. Yeah, so in 2018, Josh Gordon played and started 12 games, 41 catches, 737 yards for the Browns. But he was traded to New England. I forgot he played for New England. I guess 11 of those games he played in New England. What? Yeah. Wait, hang on. That's a confusing season. It looks weird on Pro Football Reference. That looks very confusing. But in 2019, he started the season in 2019 on the New England Patriots. It looks like he had 20 catches with the Patriots for 287 yards. Traded to Seattle, which I guess ended up being a good trade by New England. They could probably see that, like, okay, he's going to mess up soon. But in Seattle, he started 1 game, appeared in 5, and he had 11 targets, but he had 7 catches for 139 yards. No touchdowns. He's wasted so much time in his career. He's missed 2 full seasons, and he's missed, like, parts of 1, 2. So he's missed, like, 4 seasons, basically. I don't know necessarily if that's, like, goodness gracious. How do you miss so much time? I mean, like I said, you've got issues. If that much of your football career, I mean, he's so talented, so talented. All right, but we can talk about Nick Foles now. We covered the Josh Gordon news. We don't know if he's been reinstated. He's just applied for reinstatement. Nick Foles, there's ties of him going to the Jets. Like I said, nobody on the Jets has like an NFL snap except for like their wide receiver. I know their wide receiver has. He has 1 snap and 1 pass attempt. Nobody else, no quarterback on that roster has an NFL pass attempt. So there's been ties and rumors of Nick Foles to the Jets. It would make sense. He'd be a decent backup, great experience, a great mentor. Obviously, Nick Foles has been a career backup quarterback. He started maybe a few games. He started like 1 season, 2 seasons maybe. But he does have a lot of experience, and he also has a Super Bowl under his belt. He led the Eagles to a 2017 Super Bowl, which is really, really cool. He took over for an injured Carson Wentz, who at the time was apparently having an MVP season. I didn't see it that way, but many Eagles fans were like, hey, he was having an MVP season. Nah. I didn't see it like that. But Nick Foles to the Jets could be a real thing. But if it hasn't happened yet, I'm not sure if it will. But that's just something I heard of. So what are your thoughts on that? Huh? If you guys are also in the chat, see if there's options under the stream to see if you can like join. I'm not sure. To either subscribe or like donate. I don't know, because I want to start getting that stuff set up just in case. I think it'd be really cool. Anyways, if you guys are new to this stream, or if this is the first morning that you have tuned in, we are live Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. We cover all the latest NFL news and rumors, and I just love to chat NFL. I love to chat football, so thank you guys for tuning in. If you are new here, please hit subscribe. Leave a like as well. I would love for you guys to be part of the community. Click the links in the chat or in the description. You can join our NFL Broadcaster Discord. But this is the official podcast of the NFL Rumors account from Twitter. Do we know if Larry Fitzgerald is going to play another year? And yeah, you can donate. Awesome. Thank you for letting me know that, Jonathan. So I honestly, I would say if Larry Fitzgerald hasn't retired by now or announced that he's going to be back next season. Now, there was like a thing. I made a video. If you look back far enough, at the end of the season, when the Cardinals season was over, there was a report saying, I think it was from a teammate saying that Larry Fitzgerald told him he was going to retire. But they quickly were like, no, he never said that. He never said that. But I made a Larry Fitzgerald retirement video, and it blew up because everyone was like, actually thought he was retiring. But it was reported by JPA Football on Instagram. Larry Fitzgerald has announced his retirement. He deleted that post like 2 minutes later after it was said that like, oh, he actually hasn't announced his retirement apparently. And I don't know. So I was like for the longest time, I was convinced that he really is announcing his retirement. He's just kind of putting it off and just really considering things. But now I'm like to the point, OTAs has started, training camp starts this month. If he hasn't retired by now, he's playing next season. So that's my thoughts. That's just a penny for my thoughts, y'all. Is the music too loud, by the way, Jonathan? Please let me know. But I also do want to go back and talk about Richard Sherman and the Saints. I still have Richard Sherman signing with the 49ers. I think they have the best chance of landing him. I think they have the best chance of a Super Bowl, at least more than the Saints do. I just don't think that if Richard Sherman really wants to win a Super Bowl, I mean, he's like 33 years old. So if he wants a Super Bowl, he needs to go to the best team possible, and that's going to be the 49ers. From the teams he's considering, I think the 49ers have the best chance. Richard Sherman last season only appeared and started 5 games. 1 interception, though, in those 5 games. And he had 1 pass breakup. No forced fumbles. But he did have 18 tackles, and 16 of those were solo. And he had a tackle for loss as well. I wouldn't say he was super productive. I don't know if 18 tackles in 5 games is actually a lot or not, or if that's just average. But I think 16 of 18 being solo is pretty impressive, especially at the age of 32 last year. But I still do have Richard Sherman signing with the San Francisco 49ers. I think he's just really, really considering everything there is out there. There's been reports that Richard Sherman has visited with the Saints on back-to-back days. I do believe that the Saints defensive coordinator used to be the Seahawks defensive coordinator. Don't quote me on that yet. Let me look at that. He may have been with Seattle, though. I think that's why he Richard Sherman is like considering them. It's saying that the Saints defensive coordinator is Dennis Allen, is an American football coach who's the defensive coordinator for the New Orleans Saints of the National Football League. He was the head coach of the Oakland Raiders from 2012 to 14. I didn't know that. He also coached for the Broncos, New Orleans Saints, Falcons, University of Tulsa, and the Texas A&M. So I guess he wasn't with the Seattle Seahawks. I think there is a coach on that defense, so somewhere that has ties with Richard Sherman. I think that's why he was visiting with the Saints. I guess it wasn't the defensive coordinator. I think it was another defensive coach. But either way, Richard Sherman has visited the Saints on back-to-back days, and he's highly considering the Saints now. I think that's very, very interesting. So you guys tell me what you think in the comments below. Do you still see Richard Sherman signing with the Saints now that this is like a real possibility, him visiting on back-to-back days? Is Jameis Winston going to be the starter? Are they going to have a legit offense? They've always, the last several years, they've had a pretty legit defense. Pretty, I think like top 10. They've had maybe a defense top 5, I think, in the last few years. They have some really key players on that defense. He'd be great alongside Marshawn Lattimore as well. But like I said, Jameis Winston is the front runner to be the QB1 for the Saints. And do we really have faith in him? Is this the best chance for Richard Sherman to get a Super Bowl? I still think it's the 49ers. If the 49ers could stay healthy, I think Trey Lance has a better future than Jameis Winston. You know what? Don't quote me on that. I don't know, actually. Jameis Winston, he could pass for over 5,000 yards as well, which is very, very impressive. I just think Jameis Winston has to have like the right system. Lance hasn't even, played an NFL game yet. But like, I got to think of the defense right now, and I still think the 49ers have the better defense and I think they still have the better chance at a Super Bowl for Richard Sherman. And at this stage in his career, he's going to want to sign with a team who could bring him a Super Bowl. That's not going to be the Seattle Seahawks, so he's not going back to Seattle. I just don't see it. I don't really see him signing with the Saints. Not the best chance for a Super Bowl. I see him coming back to the 49ers. Stacked defense. Everyone's coming back healthy. They've kept a lot of key players on that defense. They drafted Trey Sermon on the offense. Going to have another good running game. They're trying to keep that offensive line together. I see Richard Sherman still going to the San Francisco 49ers. Tell me what you think, though, down in the comments below. Make sure you guys subscribe. I think Richard Sherman is using the Saints to get either the 49ers or Seahawks to step up, and I think Jameis Winston is the starting QB for the Saints. Steven, I also agree. I think that's a great great thoughts there. Jonathan asks, Aaron Rodgers situation update. Well, there's like this thing with Aaron Rodgers' contract. He could have I don't really understand the full situation behind the Aaron Rodgers contract, but all I know is that if he was going to opt out of the season, he had to do it, I think, by July 1st or July 2nd. So now that he didn't opt out, he is set to play, because I think, and I have 100% faith that it's going to be for the Green Bay Packers. I don't see Aaron Rodgers being traded. I don't see him retiring. I don't see him demanding a trade, requesting a trade. If he hasn't straight up asked, I want a trade, please, I'm demanding a trade. If he hasn't said that to the Green Bay Packers, he wants to be in Green Bay, guys. He's just very frustrated with the way they're handling things. He wants to build a roster around him. Do you blame him? No. The update on Aaron Rodgers, though, if he was going to opt out of the 2021 NFL season, he had to do it by July 1st or 2nd. Otherwise, he'd be forfeiting over $20 million or something like that in his contract. I don't know the full details of the Aaron Rodgers contract, but from what I've read, if he was going to opt out, he had to do it by the 1st or the 2nd, but he didn't. And there's been pictures of him training on Instagram. He's going to he was with a Rams wide receiver, just running up a hill, like Sandy Hill. And that's a really good workout, by the way. If you've never tried to run in sand before, or on a beach, and especially up a hill. I mean, there's just pictures of Aaron Rodgers training now, getting ready for the season. He's just been enjoying the offseason. He won an MVP. Aaron Rodgers enjoying the offseason. He's engaged. He wants to spend time with his fiance, spend time with his friends. Do you blame the guy? Come on. I mean, he's just wanted to, with all this crap going on around him, all the drama, he just wanted to ignore it. I don't think he really he's probably thinking, man, these people are blowing this whole situation out of proportion, but I am very frustrated with the Green Bay Packers organization. But I'm just going to relax and enjoy my offseason. I don't have to go to OTAs this year. And I choose not to. And I think a lot of it's just for the media, but I have 100% faith that Aaron Rodgers is playing in Green Bay for the 2021 NFL season. I don't think there's any question about it. Like I said, if he was going to opt out of this season, he had to do it by the 1st or the 2nd. Otherwise, he'd be forfeiting over $20 million, and nobody's going to do that. That would be stupid. Absolutely stupid. At this stage of his career, he's going to be turning 38 in December. Aaron Rodgers is not going to miss a season. Why would you choose to opt out of a season when you're literally at the last years of your career. That's dumb. He's not going to do that. Aaron Rodgers is playing in 2021. It's going to be for the Green Bay Packers. You can mark my words here. Make sure you subscribe. See ya. All right, I was recording a clip for YouTube, so Aaron Rodgers should have opted out because he should have known Packers are not going to trade him unless he finally waved the white flag and will do what they say. Aaron Rodgers wants to play for Green Bay. I have 100% faith that he's wanting to play in Green Bay. Jonathan, you say, yeah, now I think he's going to play for Packers until his contract expires and test free agency. Guys, I've posted on Instagram that I've had Packers news. Like, I was told major Packers news. Now, if that was true or not, because there's so many rumors right now with Aaron Rodgers. But if the news that I was told about Aaron Rodgers, let's just say it's accurate so far. If he's staying in Green Bay, let's just say that has to do with some of the news that I was told. Okay, I mean, that's why I'm saying I see Aaron Rodgers in Green Bay because that follows the news I was told, and I was told there's more to that situation. But I'm just letting you know. I see Aaron Rodgers in Green Bay for the next few seasons. Do with that information what you want, what you will. But that's what I'm thinking based off of some stuff that I was told. Now, if that's true, like I said, with all the rumors flying around, but just from what I was told, you can expect him in Green Bay for a while. Guys, I want to thank you. Thank you so much for the people who are here. I wish I could post to the NFL Rumors Twitter that I am live because they have a lot more followers than I do. But I know he works early, so they're usually the NFL Rumors page is not really active until later on in the day. Thumbs up. Cody, what's going on? Welcome to the stream, my friend. Guys, thank you so much for being here. Please make sure you are leaving a like on the video, hitting join if there's like a donate thing. If you guys are feeling generous, that'd be awesome. That'd be super exciting. Make sure you guys are joining the Discord server as well. That'd be super fun. We all chill and chat in the Discord server. This is the official podcast of the NFL Rumors Twitter page. Reported 44 minutes ago by Around the NFL, verified account on Twitter, Packers president, CEO Mark Murphy makes no mention of Aaron Rodgers in last column. I don't know. Why would he mention Aaron Rodgers? Oh, why not? Who do you see being top contenders in 2021? I mean, I have the Chiefs. I don't really know about the Buccaneers. I mean, they kept like an entire Super Bowl roster together, but we'll see. I mean, Tom Brady's like 43 years old, so. But the Bucs are going to be a top team if they play like they did at the end of last year. The Bucs, Chiefs. If the Bills and Josh Allen can stay consistent, I have the Bills being a threat. Bills. The 49ers, if they stay healthy, I think they could be a threat, especially defensively. Now, their offense, I question the 49ers offense because I don't have faith in Jimmy Garoppolo. I don't think he's like a crazy good QB. The Green Bay Packers with Aaron Rodgers for sure. You can never count them out. I think the New England Patriots, especially from last season and to this season, are going to be a huge threat. They did a lot. They did a lot this offseason. Trying to think. thinking of some other teams. I don't see the Arizona Cardinals being a threat. I just don't. They're not a Super Bowl contender. The Titans, in my opinion, not a Super Bowl contender. They're going to be a playoff contender, though. So the Titans are going to be a playoff push team, but they're not going to win a Super Bowl. Yeah, sorry, Steven. I see your logo is the Tennessee Titans, but I'm sorry, bud. They don't have what it takes, I don't think, to win a Super Bowl. Excuse me. Oh. So it looks like this Anchor podcast is almost up. It looks like it records 30 minutes at a time. So I want to thank you guys for watching and listening to this podcast. I will be going until 9 a.m., but this episode on Anchor is going to be cut to a 30-minute episode. Which playoff team from last year besides the Bears will not make the playoffs this year? Wait, the Bears were a playoff team last year? Is that what you're saying? Nah. What? Is that what you're saying? No, there's no way. Hey, guys, make sure you go to the description and join my Discord server. Please. You're not saying the Bears were a playoff team last year. Bears lost to the Saints in the wild card. Oh, so I guess it is a playoff. So which playoff team from last year besides the Bears will not make the playoffs this year? Don't be surprised if you don't see the Titans, honestly. I'll have to look at the playoffs from last year, honestly. NFL playoff teams 2020. It looks... hang on. It was were the Steelers in the playoffs last year? Don't be surprised. I don't think the Steelers will make the playoffs if they were in the playoffs. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm trying to look up to see who's in the playoffs. The Washington football team made the playoffs as well, right? The Steelers went 12-4 last year? What? They could possibly not be in the playoffs next season. The Washington football team, I mean, they could, I think they're better. I think they could be better than last season, but at the same time, they could also just not make the playoffs. I mean, they went 7-9 last season and made a wild card, I think. And they almost beat the Super Bowl team of the Buccaneers. So, man, the Packers went 13-3. So frustrating. Gosh, it's so frustrating. The Browns, you never know. I mean, they were good last season, but with the Browns, they could just like, I mean, it's the Browns. You never know. The Colts, just depending on how Carson Wentz plays, I think they could be really, really good. I think they have the entire potential. I think that the Colts could have the potential to win a Super Bowl this season. But it depends on how Carson Wentz really bounces back and the rest of the team synergizes together. And if they could stay healthy, I don't know if I'd have them like winning a Super Bowl. Like, I would have other teams winning the Super Bowl before the Colts do, but I do think the Colts could have the potential to do it. If that makes sense. Looks like you guys can super stickers or super chats, whatever those are. That's kind of neat. Custom emojis, hey. That looks neat. Gotta go. Enjoy the stream. Thank you so much for tuning in, Jonathan. That means more to me than you can ever imagine. Thank you so much for tuning in. Monday through Friday, 8 to 9 a.m. I will be live. Thank you so much, Jonathan. I hope you have a blessed day. So far in this stream, we've talked about Nick Foles. We talked about Josh Gordon applying for a reinstatement into the NFL. We've talked about an Aaron Rodgers update situation. What else do you guys want to hear? Don't be afraid to chat. That is what I'm here for. You guys chatting in the chat makes it easier for me to do live streams. Let's see. Let's refresh Twitter and see if there's any new news. Okay, let's talk about the Steelers real quick. Colin Dunlap tweets, Steelers should have a long talk with Devin Bush about his social media presence, same way they did with Mike Mitchell. It's just overall odd and nothing good is coming out of it right now. Well, yeah, not a surprise. You have clowns on that team, Devin Bush, Juju Smith-Schuster, what kind of name is that? And you have Chase Claypool as well. And they're just like, they'd rather be more famous on Twitter or on TikTok than they would be a solid NFL player. So I don't know about that. I mean, I'm gonna speak my mind here. I'm not a TikTok guy. I have an account and I've made a few just for my NFL broadcaster account. I am not a fan of it. I mean, it's overall just like negative influence on, like, I think younger people. There's things that kids could come across on these apps nowadays. And I'm just like, dude, people don't need to be seeing this stuff, especially at a young age. TikTok is just, ugh. It's so like, ugh. Yeah, well, and I think if you're in the NFL, I mean, you got to think things through. You don't need to be trying to make a social media presence. Now, if you want to stream or do something on the side, I mean, that's fine. Like, you can have your own hobbies and careers, but, like, at the same time, if you're in the NFL playing professional football, you're old enough. I mean, you're an adult. Act like an adult. But, you know, that's just me. That's, you know, it's whatever. That's true. Someone's saying, well, Mike Tomlin and the Rooneys didn't do anything really about Antonio Brown. They haven't done anything about Juju or Claypool. Why would they do anything about Devin Bush? Good point. Good point. Good point. What did Devin Bush do? They're saying he did something with a cat? Devin Bush cat is a top search term right now. He doesn't even type like English. What is he saying? Did he delete it? Devin Bush cat. Devin Bush cat. What did he do? Let's see if I could show you guys his tweets here. Let me look. Oh, hello. That's not what I meant to pull up. Look at that. Look at all the tweets from Devin Bush. I mean, some of this stuff, it doesn't make sense. What? What is he tweeting about? I don't understand. It's a lot of pocket watchers. Ouch. Ouchia. Be careful. I need to make some money, I be itching to bag something. I be ready to whack something. Maybe a fool, but I ain't no dummy. I ain't gone, never stop dreaming and working. I'm from out the trap. I can sell anything. What is he talking about? I'm more scared of God than death. Which is, I mean, true. You're supposed to fear God. But, like, at the same time, I heard things that he's like doing things with a cat. What was he doing with a cat? What? What's going on, Haiti? Hottie, however you say your name. Oh, he's the one that said, if you're a grown man and you got TikTok on your phone, stay the F from around me. You mean away from me? But he says that, but then he like is going out and tweeting weird stuff apparently after that. Let's see, Devin Bush cat. Only time I've seen a cat not laying on its feet. Oh no. Is this the cat thing? Turn away if you don't want to watch this. I don't know if I'm allowed to show this on stream. Oh. Poor cat, dude. Is that the cat thing they were talking about? Let's not Google things on stream. Oh my God, dude. That was awful. Turn away if you don't want to watch that. Oh my gosh. Ugh. He retweeted that apparently, so. Well, let's act like we don't see that. That ain't good to watch. Anyways, guys, back to NFL content. NFL Rumors podcast live. Richard. Who did we talk about today? We talked about Richard Sherman. Talked about Nick Foles. Josh Gordon return. Richard Sherman to Saints. All right, let's save that episode. Guys, don't be afraid to say something in the chat. You guys chatting to me makes my job easier, so please let me know. Let me know what you think, what you want to talk about real quick. We've got a few minutes before this stream ends. It's an hour-long podcast. We are live here Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. We are actually going to have some guests on the podcast this week, so make sure you guys are tuning in all week. We are supposed to have some big guests. Last week, we had an interview with Packers tight end Dominique Daphne, and I want to thank him so much for tuning into the podcast. That was so cool, so fun to do. I enjoyed it a lot. Trying to get some more players lined up to interview. I think it'd be super fun to do that. Well, probably in the stream, looks like most people have tuned out, but I want to appreciate and tell you guys how much I appreciate you all being here. For the ones who tuned into the stream today, make sure you guys are leaving a like on the video. Make sure you're subscribing to the channel. Thank you so much once again, y'all. Thank you. Like I said, tune in all week. We're going to have some special guests on the podcast. Can't wait. We've got big things coming for this podcast. It's only the second week. We have 192 plays so far on across the podcast platforms like Anchor and Spotify. So very excited about that, y'all. Very, very, very excited. Once again, thank you. Leave a like, subscribe. Make sure you share my videos. Once again, y'all, this is NFLBroadcaster on the NFL Rumors live podcast. Thanks for tuning in. See you all later.